What's going on, everyone? This is Knight here, and I'm coming back at you again with another Fortnite video, and we are back at it again with another top 10 amazing Fortnite skin combos. This is going to be the fourth installment of the series, and the third one in a single day, because I've just been really bored. So, anyways, you know the drill. Just, if you like it, and feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it, and let's just dive right into it. Alright, so for our number 10 spot, we are actually doing a Red Knight combo. I already did a Dark Red Knight combo in one of my previous vids, and I'm going to be doing another Red Knight type combo later in this video. But right here we have just the classic Red Knight, still a great skin even though it was one of the first legendaries ever made. And for the back bling, I'm actually going with the Malcore wings, and funny story, I actually bought Malcore on accident and I hated myself, but then I saw this back bling, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I forgive myself because the wings actually look sick, especially with the skin because you know it's black and it's got a little bit of it, like that crimson color. I just think it works. I think it works really well with him or with her. And then for the pickaxe, I'm going with the black and red version of the Icebringer. I just think it's really cool with a lot of different night skins, and she's definitely up there with some of the better ones in my opinion. I can't show it to you in the locker because the point out emote doesn't show styles, which is a big rip in the chat. But for the glider, I'm going with, again, my customized version of the build umbrella, which is black and red. I specifically made it for these skins, but you could go with some other stuff. Perhaps Blade Raven wouldn't be too bad. And then for the contrail, I'm going with Night Flight. It's really an obvious choice, but, you know, it's not part of our set, so therefore it is legal. And same thing with the wrap. I use this with Eternal Night, and I've used this with Ultimate Night. Because it's a great wrap. It's a great wrap to go with a lot of the night skins. And I think this is definitely no exception. It's a really nice wrap. Overall, I would say the best part is definitely the skin and wings. It's just like these wings look really nice on her. So, anyways, that is the Red Knight at number 10. Alright, and then here at number 9, we have yet another Lynx combo. We're going back to blue Lynx. I know we had kind of two combos before, even though they were like just the same one, just different colors, but this one I think is actually a little more unique. So this is obviously it's Lynx and blue, and I'm going for the Frozen Love Wings, which is I think a combo I used in one of my very earlier videos, but the other stuff is different, I promise. So for the pickaxe, I'm going with the Glacial Rift Edges, but because their base style is a double pickaxe, I can't show it in the locker. And then the holographic umbrella, it's just a little bit too perfect to not use it with her, I mean, honestly. And then for the contrail, plasma trail, again, kind of too perfect to not use it. And then I'm actually going with Hench for the wrap. To me, this is just like one of my personal favorite wraps, but another good option would maybe be Indigo Ice, maybe Ripley. There's a couple different options you have for this, but overall, I think this is definitely a very, very just clean blue Lynx combo. It's not my favorite Lynx combo. I personally prefer the red one, or in the black one, but I still think this is definitely very, very solid. So this is Lynx at number 9. Alright guys, so making our way down to the list, and this is our number 8 spot, we have Menace. This is a good one. So I imagine most people don't have this max version of Menace here that I have, because I've just been grinding out. But if you do, then here's a good combo you can make for them. So for the back bling, I went with the Wolfpack, pretty standard, sword. I thought the gold matched though. For the pickaxes, I went with the Epic Swords of Wonder. I just thought it's kind of cool because he has purple and it kind of matches here. Plus, like he's a gladiator, so it makes sense that I would have a couple swords like this. And then for the glider, I went with the Season's Winter Umbrella, which is the Bounty Umbrella. It's pretty obvious that it's meant to go with him, even though they're not technically part of the same set. And then for the contrail, I went with Glyphs just because, you know, I thought he has some purple, so a little bit of purple lightning doesn't hurt. And then for the wrap, I went with Midas's Memory, which is like a golden sort of wrap with sort of cool like pattern. I just think it looks really cool with him. So it's a pretty simple combo, but definitely a really cool one just because it uses Menace, and Menace is definitely one of the coolest tier 100 skins ever. So anyways, here he is. He's coming in at number 8. Alright guys, so for our number 7 spot, we are actually going back to Vendetta. Last time we were using like a white, black, and red color scheme. This time we are just using black and orange, which is my personal favorite color scheme ever. So Obviously, we have Vendetta. We have the dark gray clothes with the dark gray armor, and for the armor, like the shoulder pads and stuff, we're using the orange. For the back bling, we are using the Destabilizer, which is the back bling that goes with Oblivion. But in my opinion, it just looks so good here, because obviously, you know, black and gray, it works well, but then you also have the orangish, yellowish glowing color, which just works really well in contrast with like the plasma effects he has. It just looks really nice on him. And then for the pickaxes, we're going with the Molten Strikers. Just really, really good. I think the Molten stuff really works well with him here. For the glider, I'm going with the Shadow Striker. It's pretty simple. The flames definitely add on to it. You don't really notice it as much until you go in game, but trust me, it actually looks really nice. And then for the contrail, I'm going with lava because I think it just matches the sort of the plasma he has going on his shoulders and stuff. And then for the wrap, I'm going with molten angular shift because I just think the molten stuff looks good. You can also go with magma if you prefer it, or maybe some other stuff. Maybe like triangles would work pretty well too. But personally, this is my favorite. I just think it looks really nice with him. So I think this is an overall a pretty solid combo, and he comes in at number 7. Alright guys, so now we're in the number 6 position, and we're actually using an uncommon skin. This is the StarSpangled Ranger, which is my personal favorite uncommon skin in the game. So for the back bling, we're actually going for the Kree backplate, which typically goes as Captain Marvel. It has gold on it, which she doesn't have, but honestly, I just think it adds a little bit more to the skin. You know, it spices things up, adds a little bit of flair to her. And then for the pickaxe, we are going with the Captain America shield. Kind of just too perfect to not use it. I mean, it's a 4th of July skin using Captain America's shield. What's not to like? And then for the glider, I'm going with the Wings of Valor, which is a glider from the Season 4 Battle Pass. Pretty nice, you know, red. I just think it looks good. For the contrail, I'm going with Plasma Trail. Just, you know, she has blue, so adds on to it. And then for the wrap, I decided to go with Blue Metallic. It just works nice because she has blue on her. You could probably go with something else, maybe Ultra Red. Maybe you could go with, I don't know, maybe one of the candy cane wraps for red, white, or maybe there's a red, white, and blue wrap. I'm not exactly sure if there actually is, but if there is, then by all means, go with that. But overall, I think it did a solid job with this one. I'm a pretty big fan of this, and she comes in at number 6. Alright, so for our number 5 position, cracking into the top 5, we actually have Zenith, which is, in my opinion, the best tier 1 skin ever. I almost said tier 100. But yeah, I personally just love him. He has some great customization, and for this combo, we are going for full black and yellow. So for the backbling, I'm going with the Warning Bow, which came with the Metal Team Leader. I think it contrasts well with the skin. You can maybe go with something different, but I just thought it looked unique. For the pickaxe, I'm going with the Revoker, which is, I believe, Vega's pickaxe from Season 9. Again, just black and yellow. I think it contrasts really well with him. For the glider, I actually went with something different. This is Carbon, which is from Season 3. You can maybe use something else, but I thought this one looked unique, and plus I kind of just wanted to go with a standard OG style glider that also matches the colors, and I think this one does just that. So for the contrail, I once again go with Saplight. I think it just goes good with any gold or yellow type of skin. And then for the wrap, I actually went with Cameo. Now you could go with something else, maybe Spyver's Banana ain't too bad. But this one I personally just like because he has sort of like the claws on his hands, and I just think like sort of the zebra animal print type style of this. I don't know if that's exactly what you should call it, but that's just what I'm going to call it, for lack of a better term. Yeah, the animal pattern of this one, I just think really, really, I don't know. I just think it works for me. So, anyways, this is personally one of my favorite combos, and he comes in at number 5. Alright, so for our number 4 position, we are doing the Frozen Red Knight. I kind of told you about how we were doing a secondary version of the Red Knight later on this list, and here she is now. And for the back bling, I'm actually going with the Wings of Frost, which technically isn't part of her set, it's just part of her rarity, but I think it actually works really well with her, much better than the just standard Frozen Love Wings, because it has blue, but it also has a little bit of silver, just like the Red Knight herself, or Frozen Red Knight, I should say. And then for the pickaxe, this is one of the most underrated pickaxes ever. This is the inverted blade. I just think it looks so good with her because of the blue and silver and light blue glowing effects. It just looks great. And then for the umbrella, I'm going with the holographic once again because it looks perfect with just about any light blue skin in the game. For the contrail, I'm gonna go with runic here just because she's a knight and it looks kind of medieval, and so does this. So I figure it just kind of works all together pretty well. And then for the wrap, I decided to go with indigo ice. You could probably go with something else. Maybe hench wouldn't be too bad. Blue metallic is also another good option. But I think this one works the best with her because she's a lot of light blue with some silver, and that's exactly what this is. So overall, I think it's a pretty solid combo. Definitely the best combo I could have put together for the Frozen Red Knight, and she comes in at number 4. Alright, so for the number 3 spot, cracking into the top 3 now, we have Captain Marvel, which is a pretty new skin, but in my honest opinion, I think this is one of the best Marvel skins ever. I'd probably put it like number 2 right behind Doctor Doom. So for the back bling, I decided to go for the Wings of Love. I think the gold just matches pretty well with sort of the golden aspects of her. It just pairs really nicely together. And then for the pickaxe, I decided to go with the Revoker just because, again, she has a little bit of yellow on her. And actually, I'm using the Empowered style, and I think it looks good with the sort of glowing effect on the pickaxe, so that helps as well. And then for the glider, I decided to go with Paper Parasol just because, a little bit of red and gold here too. It all just looks nice together. It's a little bit of a rare one though, so you might want to go with something else if you can. Maybe use your own built-in glider thing. The Power of Marvel, I think is what it's called. I don't know. But then for the contrail, for some reason it's not showing up, but I use fiber optics. I have this weird glitch where some of my contrails won't show up. But yeah, I decided to go with fiber optics. So, and then for the wrap, I decided to go with Inventor's Choice, aka the Iron Man wrap. I know it's supposed to go with Iron Man, but honestly, I think it looks pretty well here because it's exactly her color scheme: red, blue, and a little bit of gold. So, yeah, overall, I'd say this is a solid combo. I'm really digging it. And she comes in at number 3. Alright, so coming in at number 2, we actually have another Ultima Knight combo. This is the gold version. This is probably my least favorite style of him, but just barely. I still think all the styles of him really look phenomenal. So for the backbling, we're going with the Eternal Shield, which goes with the Eternal Knight. But personally, I actually think it looks a little bit better on him, just because it's a little bit bulkier. And then for the pickaxe, I'm going with Golden King because, I mean, it's a golden knight wielding a golden axe with a chain on it. I mean, it looks great, really. And then for the glider, I decided to go with the Blade Raven, but this time I'm using the gold style. Again, I just think it looks really nicely together. And then for the contrail, I'm once again going with Saplight because, as I've stated before, I think it looks good with just about any yellow or gold skin. And then for the wrap, I am using the Midas's Memory. You can also go with Greed here. I think both of them look equally nice together. I just honestly prefer this one a little bit. But I think both of them look really nice. So I think this is overall a really solid combo, and he comes in at number 2. Alright, so for our number 1 position, we have my personal favorite skin from this season's Battle Pass, and one of my new favorite skins in the game. This is Condor. And I'm not talking about his base version, which looks like absolute garbage. No, I'm talking about this cool version that you get from doing the built-in emote. It sucks that you can't just select that as a style, but it is what it is. Hopefully it'll change in the future, but probably not. And so for the backbling, I decided to go with Wolfpack. I just think it actually works really well here because, I mean, he's already kind of like a ninja cyborg dude, and he has a ninja sword. It makes sense. Plus, a little bit of gold there and a little bit of gold on the sword itself. So it just works nicely. And then for the pickaxes, I decided to go with Kingmaker, which goes with Midas Rex. These actually just look so nice with him because the shade of gold and the electricity sort of power flowing effect on it. It just looks sick. And then for the glider, I decided once again to go with the gold version of Blade Raven. Just, color scheme looks nice, black, gold, a little bit of red. Same with the contrail. I went with Night Flight here once again. Just black and red. Matches them really nicely. And then for the wrap, I decided once again to go with carbon and gold. Because, you know, he himself is mostly black, but he does have some hints of gold, and that's pretty much exactly what this is. You can maybe go with something different, maybe something that matches the shade of gold of him a little bit more. Maybe Zev wouldn't be too bad. But personally, overall, I think this is a good, strong, clean combo. Trust me, when you throw it all in game, it looks phenomenal. So, anyways, that is going to be all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Tell me, what are some of the combos you like to use? Leave them in the comment section below. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.